Once upon a time, in the ancient land of Bethlehem, a legend was born. David, destined to become one of the greatest kings in biblical history. It is said that David was born around 1040 BCE, during a tumultuous period in the region. His birthplace, Bethlehem, was a humble town, yet from its midst arose a shepherd boy who would become a mighty ruler. Family background. The first book of Samuel and the first book of Chronicles both identify David as the son of Jesse, the Bethlehemite, the youngest of 8 sons. He also had at least 2 sisters, Zeruiah, whose sons all went on to serve in David's army, and Abigail, whose son Amasa served in Absalom's army, Absalom being one of David's younger sons. Although the Bible does not specifically name his mother, the Talmud identifies her as Nitzevet, a daughter of a man named Adael, and the book of Ruth claims him as the great-grandson of Ruth, the Moabite, by Boaz. But his siblings, however, were noted, including his brothers Eliab, Abinadab, and Shammah, among others. David is said to have 8 wives and other concubines. He is also said to have 18+ children. The book of Chronicles lists his sons with his various wives and concubines. In Hebron, David had 6 sons: Amnon by Ahinoam, Daniel by Abigail, Absalom by Maacah, Adonijah by Haggith, Shephatiah by Abital, and Ithream by Eglah. By Bathsheba, his sons were Shammua, Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. David's sons born in Jerusalem of his other wives included Ibhar, Elishua, Eliphelet, Nogah, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, and Eliada. Jeremoth, who is not mentioned in any of the genealogies, is mentioned as another of his sons in 2 Chronicles 11:18. Ascension to the throne. The story of David truly begins with his predecessor, King Saul. Saul was the first king of Israel, anointed by the prophet Samuel. The Bible described him as a tall and handsome man. Saul was referred to as the most handsome in the land according to 1 Samuel 9 verses 1 and 2. However, Saul's reign was marred by disobedience to divine commands, leading to his downfall. It was during this time that David emerged as a shepherd boy, chosen by God for a greater purpose. David's rise to prominence came unexpectedly when he defeated the Philistine giant, Goliath, according to 1 Samuel chapter 17, in the battle at the Valley of Elah. This victory propelled him into Saul's court, where he served as a musician and warrior. Despite Saul's initial favor, jealousy soon consumed him as David's popularity grew. Amidst political intrigue and danger, David's path intertwined with Saul's family. He became close friends with Saul's son, Jonathan, forming a bond that transcended political rivalries. 1 Samuel 18 verse 1 said, "Jonathan's soul was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul." However, David's journey to kingship was fraught with challenges, including Saul's relentless pursuit to kill him. In a dramatic turn of events, Saul and Jonathan perished in battle against the Philistines. 1 Samuel 31 from verse 1, verse 6 says, "Thus Saul died and his 3 sons, and his armor-bearer and all his men on the same day together." This death paved way for David's ascent to the throne. After a period of mourning, David was anointed as the king of Judah. His reign began in Hebron according to 2 Samuel 2:1-4. There he ruled for 7 years before uniting all of Israel under his kingship. David's reign was marked by military conquests, political alliances, and religious reforms. He expanded Israel's territory, established Jerusalem as its capital, and brought the Ark of the Covenant to the city with great reverence. David's passion for God and his skillful leadership earned him the title of a man after God's own heart. He continually conquered territories because the Lord of hosts was with him. 2 Samuel chapter 5 verse 10. However, David's life was not without its flaws. Such was his affair with Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah the Hittite. During a siege of the Ammonite capital of Rabbah, David remains in Jerusalem. He spies on Bathsheba bathing and summons her, and then she becomes pregnant. The text in the Bible does not explicitly state whether Bathsheba consented to sex, though. But to conceive the pregnancy, David calls her husband back from the battle to rest, hoping that he will go home to his wife and the child will be presumed to be his. But Uriah did not visit his wife, so David conspired, had him killed in the heat of battle, and married the widowed Bathsheba. David died at the age of 70 and was buried in Jerusalem. He was said to have ruled for about 40 years.